Hey there, my fellow mages. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Death of the Isle. Episode 18, Summoner's Regalia. Can't think of much more that I could do to Bowen to make him upset. I could have him eat raw food, but I don't think... it's going to reduce his happiness enough to be effective. But I'll make him do it anyway. I mean, it saves us cooking. So, raw rice is a new food restriction, and I'll just try to feed him raw rice. The reason I'm not going to bother with cannibal simple meals is those will rot, and it will just add to Tal's backlog of cooking tasks that he'll need to manage. Another thing I could do is to analyze his ideology to see if there's something that he particularly does not like. Like, I could put rotting corpses in there. Yeah, that might be useful, actually. So, this is a normal priority. Critical. Or rotten. Human-like corpses. I could just put dead bodies in there that are fresh for food. Rotting corpses are even nastier. Oh, shield. You should be on poor dining. Then he'll have, seen corpses. I don't even think he's conscious to do anything at the moment. A trade. Well, I don't have that. I'll have spirit binding scrolls. Next research after agriculture will be some sort of magic. I'll probably do portals. I would sooner consider doing trade runs if I had portals to help with them. The remaining of the external paths is complete, and we still have a little bit of granite left over for more projects. We'll go with portals over scribing, I think. Prison break. Olsen and Bowen. Bowen, you're even conscious for this? Alright, Guero. And Shield is gonna screw Olsen up way too fast. Thomas? Turnip? So Guero's slave suppression is just about maxed at 98%. Olsen is down with a shattered nose, but whatever. He'll just look like a Harry Potter character. Works for me. You, ravenously hungry, mind-shattering pain, organ harvested, cramped interior, slept on the ground, awful prison cell. You're actually not bothered by those corpses? So that's probably part of your ideology, that you don't care about. No, corpses are ugly. Well, I don't know why you're not more upset by that. I could remove your tongue. Although the problem is I don't really have the capacity to put it back if you join us. Skeletons count as corpses. They're rotting corpses. He just doesn't seem to care about them anyway. If anything, it's just a weird bug with species or something. I don't know. Or maybe it's a trait. One of these... Oh, yeah. Fighters don't care about corpses. He's a fighter. He's also bloodlust. So, yeah. There's a bunch of reasons why he wouldn't care about that. Suppose I should have checked ahead of time. So we have 250 of the 300 mana weave that I wanted. Oh, let's get another shelf of mana weave. Actually, I have 275 of it. So at the moment, we're just waiting on additional cloth, which is a result of waiting for this growing zone to finish up. But it's midwinter right now, so nothing's really growing anyway. So maybe there's something else that I can make in the meantime. I don't have the necessary materials for the robes of the Archmage, but we have the Hood of Madness, which is arcane resistance and a class XP gain. Not super attractive to me. The Arcane Hood, which is mana regen, max energy, and arcane resistance. That's a little bit nicer. That costs 80. I don't have the Jade for rings. There is the Wanderer's Cloak at 150. So the Wanderer's Cloak is energy, ability cooldown, and arcane resistance. I already have one borrowed from a dead person, so I don't really need that right now. I could also put staffs in, but again, I don't really have the Jade to make a staff either. Because we used a lot of our Jade up for that summoning circle, and we can't even use the summoning circle without a third mage. So it's like chicken and the egg. There's Cloak of Supremacy, which is better than the Wanderer's Cloak. That would be a really good one to craft up. That also gives move speed and dodge chance. So maybe that's what we go for. A mana weave. Cloak of Supremacy. Yeah, I'll pull the trigger on that and do that. That way I can fulfill the priority above my head finally. Not necessarily having made the exactly the amount of stuff. You know what? Maybe I do a Thrombo Fur rather than a Mana Weave. Let's take a look at the difference. So Mana Weave has a sharp of 115. And Thrombo has a sharp of 208. So yeah, let's do Thrombo. I can actually make more of this stuff. Oh, you know what? If I did the Robes of the Archmage out of Thrombo, that would be best case scenario. So I'll do that instead. So Robes of the Archmage, if I take a look here, has a ton of bonuses. And we'll make it out of Thrombo Fur. Or Thrombo Leather. Only normal quality, which is upsetting. But oh well. And here is what we get. So it's a 114 sharp, which is incredibly high. Very good insulation. And then it's also magically enchanted for extra energy regen, reduction of ability cooldown, reduction of energy cost, arcane resistance, ability damage, and max energy. Not bad. Not bad at all. How much Dare Leather do I have? 240? I'm going to have him craft one more Dare Leather Robe of Supremacy. Oh, shoot. The battery banks ran out of mana and left this partially crafted. So I'll have Thomas dump as much mana as he can into them, and then take a consume a mana potion and do it again. There we go. And Thomas, you can then wear the Wanderer's Cloak. So, the Dare Leather Cloak of Supremacy raises mana max, energy regen, and ability cooldown. And then I just need some sort of hood, which once I have a little bit more mana, I can go for. So I'm just investing in Tal, and the reason is once he becomes a bit more of a mana bank, I can do more crafting. So an investment into Tal ends up as opens up the ability to do a lot more crafting just in general. I think the Bracers of the Pacifist would be very, very powerful, but it would require him to reject violence, which is not something I want to do. So between the Hood of Madness, which is Arcane Resistance, Arcane Hood, which is Energy Regen, probably Arcane Hood, or Wizard's Hat, Arcane Hood would be where it's at. Yeah. So with an Arcane Hood, I have 8 leather left, so I'll do Dare Leather Arcane Hood. This also made by Tal. I'm going to suspend that until he regains a little bit more mana, because I'm out of mana. A coronet is like a crown. Bowen is catatonic, so we're really not lucking out on his psychotic breaks. They're not working in our favor. And if you're wondering why I'm not just chugging, I'm chugging mana pots. They're addictive, so I don't want to just chug mana pots to replenish, because that won't turn out well for me in the long run. A little bit more iron ore. We've been going through our iron pretty quick. Lots of dried meat, keeping us nice and fed. I think I need even more meal. So I'm gonna pause on all of the kitchen stuff because we have so much dried meat to tide us over for a long time. Alright, let's try to go for the Arcane Hood. I hope I have enough mana. Yep. Okay, mana pool of 175 is going to be a lot nicer. So Tal is kind of set up with, it's not super high quality, but relatively meta gear. I could always replace the trousers and gambeson with better material, like Mana Weave or something, but not a lot of bang from my buck there. His total sharp protection's pretty high. And as resources become available to me, I will roll out similar gear for everybody else. Are these tusks? I think these tusks are probably weapons. Yeah, so they need to be put into weapon stockpile. Now, one thing that we could consider once we get portal tech is to trade with the neighbors here, because it's possible that the neighbors will have magic books which can teach Turnip to be something other than a geomancer or summoner, which would be much better because we don't need multiple of the same class. Oops. And it also looks like we'll be able to spin the flax into linen soon as well, opening our opportunity for a wider variety of materials that we manufacture. Yeah, we're getting some linen. Nice. So as far as weapons and armor goes, I think Crimson needs a better leather hood, but that's probably all I need to do for now. The padded armor gives 39, and what I have already made gives 39, so they're about the same. I would say better chest armor for him would be beneficial at some point, but it's more the matter of like affording it. So where's that leather? I put research into these helmets, which are probably made on the field smithy. Okay. So maybe they're made here too? No, that's all metal. I don't have a field smithy. So I need to make one? Yeah, I don't have a field smithy anyway. Okay, that's fine. Field smithy. Only 15 leather goes into that? Man, that is cheap. I'll make 3 of those, because that would be good for Thomas, Turnip, and Crimson. That seems broken to me, but whatever. There's a lot broken. I'm not gonna overanalyze. Yep, that's ridiculous. I love it. Does it cover everything? Head, eyes, nose, ear, jaw. Yeah, it covers everything. We're gonna look a bit elvish, but that's okay. Look at all the idleness. Everyone's just standing around going, oh, life is easy. You're not wrong. I did want another form of shadow. Maybe this next form of shadow will make out of bone. Maybe the other form of shadow will make out of bone. Maybe I'll do 2 bone form of shadows. Alright, so that's poor quality. I'm going to have Turnip turn in his normal quality so that Crimson can have a normal quality rather than the poor. If anyone's going to get shot in the head, it's Crimson over everyone else. Here we go. So everyone has like pretty reasonable arms and armor. Fulfilling that last priority. I'm not sure what else. Yeah, there's really not anything else for me to do right now in terms of armor. I've got it kind of covered. So I suppose we are wrapping up with our research. Soon we'll get hops and I'll have to put brewing barrels in. But we're wrapping up our research into portals. And another thing that might be useful for us to have would be engineering into mining, allowing us to get specific resources that we need for magical crafting that doesn't necessarily involve us hoping. Oh, I don't have raw... Whoa, this is weird. So his diet is supposed to be raw rice. Let me double check that I didn't screw that up. Raw rice is raw rice. All right. I don't... My brain is not able to handle that right now. I'll just feed him normal food. Apparently we weren't feeding him at all. And he was starving to death. So something else I could do with shield is to construct mining caves to try to exploit deep mountain minerals if I can find it. I don't actually mind Turnip getting mining skill, so I'll have Turnip join in as well. So I'll have two separate mining caves going on. Because it's possible that we find, you know, iron, coal, jade, gold, etc. Most of what we have out here unmined is just gems for jewelry, which I haven't put any energy or effort into. So yeah, it is tunnel time. Indeed, you are correct. I'm also rather surprised that the enemies haven't raided me in more force. I've gotten a lot of animal manhunter raids, but I wanted more man raids so that I could, you know, break some hearts. Crew does have some sweet weapons and armor. I mean, I would say Shield and Tal more than anyone else. Even Crimson's armor could be better. I'm just not sure what I would want to give him. Maybe Ancient Mail. Because I think move speed penalty is a real problem for anyone with a bow. So I would want to give him something that didn't hurt his move speed. But there isn't a lot of there's not a lot of gear that is high armor and no move speed penalties. I could do like bracers of deflection or defense. A lot of what would be nice requires jade, and without mining, I don't have the capacity to get jade at the moment. No magic boots? No. It's, yeah. No magic shoes or boots or any concept like that in. Oh, yeah, there's a void in here. Not interesting void, but still. Turnip, you're not getting very far, are you? The speed difference is enormous. In fact, let's work drive shield for even more ridiculous mining. Listen to him go. It is absurd. Portals are done. So it allows the construction of a portal, a powerful artifact that enables instant travel between colonies. And I'm just going to make the decision to go towards mining. I think we're kind of stalled out on progress due to a lack of mining skill. And getting that will help a lot. So this here was a 9x9 with corners cut out, and I'm going to build the same thing over on the other side. So we'll have a magic circle room and a portal room. If you're wondering, the conversion ritual will take another 2 days. There's a small possibility that it's masterful and will instantly convert Bowen. But I'm not even sure Bowen has a lot of body parts left to even be a good... I mean, he's an ice mage, so like it would be nice to have an ice mage. But we are not that... we're not that kind to our prisoners, and as a result, they don't have a lot of body parts to left to make for decent recruits. I could start the mine for the deep water. Yeah, Bankface, that's a really good idea. Once, I'll stop the mining tunnels and then dig out the portal room. And then, you know, if I need more minerals or whatever, I can continue that. I just don't think there's going to be, like, resources in there, but there could be. Torture Bowen to write an Ice Mage book? Prisoners can't do anything. They can't be employed to do anything. So, he's just in there. He's not of any use unless he converts. Thought I had other tarp. Oh yeah, here's one. Can slaves make torn scripts? It is required that our slaves convert. So again, it's moot. Unless he converts, he's useless to us. It's one of the rules of the series. Everyone must believe, including slaves, in our ideology. So, as I just finished saying, he is not useful to us unless he converts. Or we take his heart out of being fed up with him lying about doing nothing. A silk goblin loincloth. Man, fancy loincloth for a goblin. Kind of funny. I don't really have anything I want to buy. Unless I want a shade cone. Turnip, if this was a competition, you would be losing badly. Fortunately for you, it is not a competition. Oh, Turnip's like, alright, I heard that. I'm gonna go work in the farm fields. here's the portal, and it will fit nicely in this room. We don't have the materials for it yet. But when we get more materials for it, we can always construct it. So it is a to-be-built room. I also think I'm going to mine out all this salt ore and then backfill it with granite blocks. It's always nice to have salt. In fact, let's have a barrel with salt. Here. In case we want to use it for cooking condiments. With any luck, next time they visit, they'll have, like, torn script. I mean, those types of trade caravans typically don't have, like, torn scripts or anything like that. That would be nice. Ooh. At this point, I think Tal is going to spend points in mana recovery. I suspect he's going to use a lot of mana often, so increasing mana regen is going to be nice in the long run to have. And we have a cold snap, so zoom out. Don't allow sewing, because I don't think things are going to survive. And I might go so far as to, depending on the external temperature, because it's a cold snap in the middle of December. I wonder if I can summon a heat wave. No, I don't think I have the people for it. Requires 3 casters, yeah. Darn. Yeah, we're definitely going to lose some plants, I think. So, seeing that the temperature is dropping, I'm going to cut my losses and harvest all that I can of everything but the heal root. The heal root doesn't die when it gets cold. Engineering is done, and for us to get mining, I need an advanced research bench, which is easy enough to produce. I think. Maybe I should have checked the cost first. Oh, where is the advanced research bench? Hold on, don't destroy those. Oh, I need alchemy. Yeah, let's research alchemy first, and then I get the advanced research bench. Glad I didn't destroy those. So lots of flax for linen. I'm most excited about the cotton. Unfortunately, we didn't get a ton of it. Yep, things are dying. I was right to harvest. I figured. It's pretty cold. Luckily, Crimson has 2 arms now, and is pulling up that cotton. Does parasite thorn bushes die due to cold? That's minimum grow temperature, but that's not necessarily... I would have to, like... yeah, it's hard to know without checking the mod files. So I'm going to harvest it anyway, but it might not have been necessary. Oh, these are not symmetrical. I'll fix that as well. Right, because this is 7 and this is 8. Yep. Nope, yeah, they're dying due to cold. Okay. So it's just heal root. They survived last winter, but last winter didn't have a cold snap dropping it down to negative 17 Celsius. It's cold. I'm also running low on slate. That's granite, so that doesn't help. Ooh, a mana storm. Okay, we got to be careful with that. I don't want to cast and get hurt as a result. If you're not aware of mana storms, like if you cast during a mana storm, you take damage. Like mana's dangerous to use during a storm. Luckily, I don't have like blink or any of those types of abilities that would be autocast. Oh yeah, I meant to turn on the Yotacam. I guess better late than never, but it's now T-minus negative 4 minutes. Stream should have ended already. So, oops, and I'm sorry. I'll wrap this up by constructing the future portal room, and on it quits. Oh, well that's awkward. A siege. They're going to be using catapults and the like. Fortunately, I have a lot of people very close by ready to help. And also, there's the possibility of... so I don't want to cast during this, because it's dangerous for me. So I'm just going to use might rather than magic. But maybe I'll get some organs, which is what I was going to say. So shield. Let's capture Burton. And also there's a bunch of steel to be had here too. Well, steal their steel. Five hours. That was easy. We are, a little overpowered. Just a little. But, there's people to strip. And shields to melt. Finally, a raid. Yes, you and I agree. So I'll take a look at these, capturees to see if they're any good. But probably they're going to turn into hearts. Chemical interest? Yeah, you're going to be a heart. And just tough? It's possible that we enslave Nadine. What to do with Nadine? Enslave, harvest. So if we enslave her, there's a possibility of giving her a gem of might at some point. Turning her a gem of physical insight to turn her into some sort of might character. Because tough is a nice trait. Although it looks like she has only really shooting skills to speak of. Alright, looks like you guys are going for the enslave. I see that. So I'm going to take a heart. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's do... You're missing a lung and a kidney. See, I can't take other lungs and kidneys. So I'm going to take a heart from Burton. And then uninstall his bed. Uninstall Nadine's bed, because Burton has a nicer bed. So you're dead. And you're stripped. Oh, Jesus. That's a lot of stuff. And we will attempt to convert Nadine and enslave her. And hopefully she'll be easier than Olsen or Bowen, because Olsen and Bowen have been obnoxious. Downright obnoxious. And because she doesn't have any hard to convert modifiers as part of her personality, it's better to treat her nicely rather than cruelly. So she, and also the same could be said of Olsen. Although we have not been treating Olsen nicely, but that's my fault. So treat both of them better by putting torches in there and tables to eat on and cleaning it up and all that stuff. So tiny bit of work left to do. Almost wrapping this up. And then we have one of the 3 hearts we need for another orb. Wow, that is one clean slate in a farm. We have just had all of our crops wiped out. It's cold. I mean, negative 23 is very chilly. And Olsen's very close to being converted as well, which is awesome. I'm just hauling the clothing out because it won't really rot indoors and I don't want it sitting there forever. Oh, you got an infection. You'll be all right. We'll take care of you. So the last thing I want to do is, yeah, the portal room's just about all set. So the current priority right now is smooth the portal room and and convert the prisoners. Olsen and Nadine are going to be easier to convert than Bowen. But with that said, the last thing I do this stream is going to be a conversion ritual to see if we can masterfully convert Bowen through sheer luck. Nope. He's back up at 100. Because of course he is. Magic's returning to normal. That's good. Alright, let's wrap this up. Wait, Shield was fleeing from something? What the hell? Rylas, thank you for the resub. Oh, because Nadine was berserking. I didn't know that. There we go. So now they're both got nicer prison cells. And that, my friends, is where I'm going to leave off. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Death of the Isle, which originally streamed live on Twitch February 11th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. Hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Sauron faithful.